Are you ready for some of the best, healthier caramel corn that's so easy to make? Well, today I'm going to show you the logistics of how to make it, how you can make multiple batches and keep it very, very easy. And then I'm going to show you some very affordable, easy, different ways to package. And then I'm going to answer the most common questions I get. I've been making this for over 35 years. And people think I'm amazing because of this caramel corn. It decorates our home and it's gifts to give, and it's my gift to you. Our favorite caramel popcorn, I've been making it for 35 years. It's just ready to go and pour over popcorn. I have used butter and maple syrup and brown sugar. And then now that it's all done, I'm going to put in the baking soda and vanilla before we pour it over the popcorn. This has been boiling for 3 minutes. That's our butter, our maple syrup, our brown sugar. I'm not putting in salt because the butter has salt and the popcorn has salt. Now we're going to move to the kitchen sink with the popcorn. The easiest way to do this is in your kitchen sink. This year we have a brand new sink. It's a little bit bigger, so I'm trying to capture as much as I can down here. And even though I don't use aluminum foil in cooking, I did put some aluminum foil down here so that sauce wouldn't get down in that area and not get on the popcorn. And then you just keep stirring. You might think you don't have enough of the caramel, but you do. If you just keep stirring, that's all that it takes. And then it's going to go on to cookie sheets. Now I'm making double batches of what the recipe is that you can get in the description. So this is another double batch ready to go into the oven. It's going to go on cooking sheets. And at this point, it's not really too hot to handle. So you just use your hands, double fisted, put the popcorn on. And I bake both pans at the same time at the 300 degrees. And because I have 2 pans in there, I do it for about 8 minutes and then switch the top one to the bottom and vice versa. So it'll be about 16 minutes instead of the 15 minutes. So you can see that you have plenty of the caramel sauce. Now that can get a little bit hot, so be careful. So I'm going to put this all in here and spread it out. Take a little bit of this off and spread it out. And we don't want to lose anything. So I'm going to take some of this extra caramel and just spread it across. The best thing about doing this in your sink is cleanup is a breeze. Yep, we're wrapping up 9 batches. Batch number 8 goes in the bag. This goes into here, and we will have 9 double batches done. Well, you've watched the logistics. Now I want to give you a few tips because I never, ever make just one batch. I always make double batches. In fact, I just finished 9 double batches for this year. Now, this is really key. This is a super old pan. And it's nice because it's heavy and it will hold a double batch because the syrup will bubble. So you want to make sure you have a good, heavy, solid pan to make double batches. The other thing that I do is I have 4 cookie sheets because I have 2. A double batch requires 2, or a single batch requires 1 cookie sheet with sides. and I spray it. I use avocado oil. I spray it, and then after I've mixed up all my popcorn that you saw and put it on here, I'm going to have 2. And that means that when you put it in the oven, you'll put one on top, one below. About halfway through, you want to make sure that you alternate it so that the top doesn't get more brown than the bottom one. And then after this is cooling, you've got another batch, double batch going. You've just got an assembly line going. And then when this is cool, this is a big black leaf bag. And you know what? A cookie sheet will just go right inside that, and the popcorn will just slide right out with a little gentle nudging, and you're going to have this big, big bag of popcorn that you can decorate and bag and make it look absolutely gorgeous. So these little tips help. More tips coming, but you definitely want to have the right number of cookie sheets, the right pan, a good wooden spoon, and then periodically spray your pan so that the popcorn doesn't stick. Because if you're going to go to all this work, you might as well make a lot. Now, once you have that very full trash bag of popcorn, and I make my popcorn one day because I'm a little bit tired, making 9 double batches, going at a moderate pace, about 5 hours. So if you're tired that day, don't use that day to make these gorgeous packages, because that's the fun part. That's bringing beauty to something so simple as popcorn. So I'm going to show you some different ways to package it. And as you can see, throughout the house, popcorn and sugar scrubs and giving are part of the decorating, because the holidays and Christmas aren't just about decor, it's about giving and blessing other people. And that's what I love to do. So the absolute cheapest way to package popcorn is with food bags. Now, in that resource section down below, you can find links to the places I use, because I've learned over the years the ones that are the best price. So this will make bags like this with little gold twisties. And that's the easiest. Now, if you want to be a little more OCD, if you want it to look a little bit better, then you can get some raffia and tie a bow, whatever your decor color is, and put it in a basket with a napkin, and it's just gorgeous. It's just so pretty and yummy. So we mail a lot. These are the easiest way to mail because they'll squish in boxes of all different sizes, and it's the least weight, lowest in postage. However, for local people and some people, it's just nice to put it in tins. And I do believe Hobby Lobby has the very best twins. Very best very best tins. And they're just gorgeous in tins. Now, I just want to show you a couple of things. What I have learned is when I'm getting ready to fill these, if I take a 2-cup measuring cup, I dip it in the big bag of popcorn and put it in here, and I do maybe about 3 cups. I don't fill it all the way to the top because it'd be too hard to close, and it uses more popcorn. So I usually have it filled about here, make sure it's in the corners, wrap the gold around, and then later, if I have energy and inclination, I tie the extra bow. So you can make these look absolutely gorgeous and have an amazing gift to give to all those people, family and friends that you love. Now stay tuned. I've got some FAQs that you'll want to hear about. As the caramel corn guru, what are some suggestions I can give to you? 1, have fun and play. You know, every now and then when I'm making all those batches, I forget to put the vanilla in. That's not so bad, but forgetting the baking soda, that becomes a bit more of a problem. The combination of baking soda and the vanilla allow the caramel corn to be a little chewier, softer, hold better than if you leave it out. So I make sure I set it on the counter right by the pan with everything else, and I know that that's what I want to put in there after I've boiled it. Let it boil, a rolling boil for 3 minutes. So those are important at the end so you have the very best but not hard caramel corn. The second is I always make more than I think I will need because everybody asks for it and would have hurt feelings if they didn't get it. Now the other thing is over time sometimes the cookie sheet gets just a little bit where it's not getting the popcorn off easily. Go back and spray it again before the next batch, and that will easily help. Now, in a lot of caramel corn, if you look at the ingredients that you're going to buy, it's nasty. It's got corn syrup, it's got additives, it's got coloring. You don't need that. You just need popcorn and maple syrup. You could even leave out the brown sugar if you don't want it as sweet. And baking soda and vanilla. Butter. Butter, butter, butter. So that's amazing. So they're just easy to make. You can't mess it up. And in one batch this time is like, oh, I poured in too much vanilla. But when you mix 9 double batches in a big bag, you're not going to get more than a couple of kernels of that batch in your tasting. So you can't mess it up. It's very easy. Watch this video a couple of times and then go play. Share your experiences, share your pictures, because I have enjoyed doing this for literally over 35 years and no one ever complains about the very best caramel corn that you can find.